poor swine did you send into the swamp?
His name was Lance. I'm afraid he did not get very far.
Where will I find bandit armor that fits me?
There seems to be a camp of pirates to the west. As far as we know, they're in contact with the bandits. I do not think that they will attack you if you approach them. Perhaps you can find some help with them.
Nefarious told me about a flood.
It is written that Adonos himself descended from heaven to punish the unbelievers and banish them to the realm of the dead. Aroused by his holy wrath, he let the sea fall upon the builders of this city and swept them away. The swamp to the east still bears witness to these events of the past.
What could have made Adonis so angry?
The temple of this city was once a great, glorious structure. Everyone honored it and prayed to our god, Adonos. Radamus, the son of the commander Quahodron, desecrated the temple. As a result, one after another fell victim to evil. I suspect that Adonos would not forgive this, and his revenge fell upon the land. This makes it even more important that we stop Raven. He is about to do exactly the same thing.
Can you teach me the circles of magic?
You are a magician of fire. What would Pyrocars say about that?
No one needs to know.
I see that you are serious, so I shall comply with your request. However, should I get the impression that our knowledge is in the wrong hands, you will no longer be able to count on my help. So you had better not disappoint me. May Adonos protect you.
Who on earth are you? You don't look like the others.
What others?
Well, the mages who are hanging around these ruins over there. Are you one of that bunch, then? Brave thing to run around here by yourself.
Who are you?
I'm sure you've heard of me before. I'm Alligator Jack, feared all over the country. I'm one of the most dangerous pirates around here. Together with Captain Greg, I've boarded more merchant vessels than I can count. You're looking at a living legend here.
Do you know a fellow named Raven?
Of course. He's the leader of the bandits to the east. What's your business with him?
I've got to kill him.
What? You? How are you going to do that? Isn't that guy way out of your league? You won't even get close to him. The bandits he surrounded himself with will skin you alive first. You won't even get past their first outpost. The way you look, those bandits will get itchy fingers when they spot you a mile away. I've got a better idea. Come and join us. That'll give you time to think about it. Once you've tried our good homebrewed rum, things will look very different.
I need a bandit's armor.
What would you do with that? It'll only get you into trouble if you're seen with it. Everyone's going to take you for a bandit, and they will try to kill you.
Do you have any idea where I could find armor like that?
We used to have one in our pirate camp, but I don't know whether it's still there.
Your captain's name is Greg?
Right. He's the greatest pirate the sea ever spawned.
I think I know your captain. I met him in Corinus.
Greg, in Corinus? Nonsense. Greg is out at sea after booty with some of the lads. The only thing that could bring Greg to Corinus would be one of the king's prison galleys. He's one of the most wanted men in the land. He'd never march into town voluntarily and have the royal guard throw him into prison.
If you say so. Where's your pirate camp?
See the cave passage over there? Go through it and continue west, and you'll come to our beach sooner or later. That's where our log huts are. I can take you there if you want. If you do me a favor first.
What would that be?
I'll have to get the boys some meat before I can go back to camp. You're a strong fellow. I could use your help hunting. Interested?
What is it you hunt?
Only alligators usually, but they're no good for eating. And there aren't any left around here anyway. So I take what I can find. Swamp rats.
What?
Most beasts around here taste like old socks, or they're as tough as alligator meat. Those fat swamp rats are the only thing that is remotely edible.
Tell me more about you pirates.
We've been living here for years. Back before the war, everyone knew us from here to the mainland. Our flag alone would spread terror among the crews of merchant vessels. But those times are past now. It's been weeks since we've run into a merchant vessel. Our Captain Greg left to try and catch another. The rest of us are sitting here in camp, twiddling our thumbs until he comes back. I hope he'll bring back lots of booty.
Let's go hunting.
All right. With two people, that's child's play. Are you ready?
Yes.
Great. Just stay right behind me.
Nothing there.
One less monster around. One less monster. The Hollow. There should be some of those beasts around here. Follow me. One less monster around. Come here, you filthy beast. I was afraid of that.
What?
This handful of beasts here is only about half of what I need. Now we'll have to enter the canyon. Watch out. It's very dangerous deeper down in the canyon. If you hold your life dear, stay very close to me.
What is there in the canyon?
We avoid that area if it's at all possible. That's where you'll find razors. Tough beasts, those. Stay away from them if you want to live another day.
Fine, let's go.
All right. Come on.
You're not from around here, are you? You seem to have traveled far.
Busy?
Don't even ask. Henry wants me to chop down all the trees here.
Henry?
He's the leader of our troop. He stands around at the camp entrance all the time, talking big. More dedicated service to the community and all that crap. But he doesn't lift a finger himself.
Where's your camp?
Just continue down this path here, to the west. You'll see Henry standing there soon enough.
Henry is your leader?
Yes, the leader of our raiding troop. Our captain is Greg, but he's not here at the moment.
I need to move on.
Hey, when you get to our camp, give Henry a message from me. The trees around here are damn stubborn. He'll have to wait for his wood a while longer. Tell him that.
One less monster around. Say, can you tell me what I took you along for? You didn't kill a single swamp rat. Oh well, maybe you can be useful some other way. Here, take this swamp rat meat to lazy old Morgan. You'll find him in our camp. He's probably lounging on the beach somewhere. He'll be waiting for this. Henry usually guards the entrance to the camp and keeps a lookout for bandits. If he refuses to let you in, just tell him that I sent you. Maybe that'll make him a bit more sociable. Henry is a little too eager and a bit bossy, too.
Can you teach me something?
Sure, I'm a good hunter, and I can show you how to skin animals and pull their teeth. I'll teach you if you like. If you're looking for me, you'll usually find me near my camp in front of the palisade.
Palisades?
Just continue west from here and you'll see what I mean.
I've activated one of the teleporter stones.
I can see that, so I was right. I have talked to the others about it. We want you to try to activate all the teleporter stones. It would be a great help in our investigations if we could move quickly from one part of the city to another. Here is another focus stone. Activate them all if you can.
I'll try. Hey, you! I want to learn a higher level of magic.
Yes, you are ready to increase your knowledge. Enter now the second circle of magic. May Adonos give you the strength to use the power now granted to you, wisely. May Adonos protect you.
Hey! Hey, you! Let's deal. Let's deal. Let
Halt. Friend or foe?
Friend.
Anyone can say that. I don't know you. What do you want here?
I want in there.
Really? That'll cost you, though. 500 gold pieces.
Huh? For what?
Don't make such a fuss. There's plenty of stuff here in camp that might interest you. And you look like someone who's got gold on him. So a small contribution is not gonna kill you? Or did you steal those posh rags of yours?
Can't we come to an agreement somehow?
Well, give me a good reason and I might make it cheaper for you.
I'm supposed to bring Morgan this meat.
And who sent you?
Alligator Jack. He says that Morgan is already waiting for it.
I see. Not in the mood himself, is he?
Malcolm sent me. He says the wood may take a while.
Oh, great, I might have known. It's taken forever again.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like? I must see to it that these miserable wretches gets the palisade built in time. If they don't, Captain Greg will kick my ass all over the place. Also, I keep strangers from traipsing in here just like that.
Greg's your boss?
He sure is, and it's Captain Greg to you. Have I made myself clear? He's a great man. If you meet him, be careful not to get on the wrong side of him. You won't live long enough to regret it. He's not in the camp right now, though. Francis is in command for now. He sits in front of Greg's hut all day and goggles at us working.
What are you building the palisade for?
But we don't want to make it too easy for the bandits. Those bastards are getting more brazen all the time. They've been sneaking around our camp for days now, just like sharks after a shipwreck. Some of those good-for-nothings are holding up in the tower a little south of here. But that's only an advance party, I'm sure. If they're really stupid enough to mount an attack, we'll give them a welcome they won't forget.
Why would the bandits attack you?
Because there's war between them and us. What did you think? Everything was peachy at first. We brought them here, they marched right into their swamp and left us alone. But now, those bastards attack anyone who's not one of them. Heaven knows what's gotten into them. I reckon they may be after our boats. There's no other way to get out of here after all. You should ask Skip about this. He's been with them and barely got away with his life. He's got quite an interesting tale to tell. Too bad you can't hear it, though. You haven't paid your toll after all.
Let me in.
You brought me a message from our woodcutters. You want to play errand boy for Alligator Jack and bring the swamp rat meat to Morgan. 300 gold pieces. Or you just get lost. It's as simple as that.
Good. Here's your gold.
Thanks. Welcome to our camp. If you were planning to sign on with us, lad, you're out of luck. Only the captain decides who gets to sign on in here, and he took half the crew and went to sea after booty. But you can stay until he's back, provided you don't cause any trouble here.
How's it going?
I can't complain. It's a bit boring, but at least I don't have to work. I'm preparing for the next task that Greg's given me.
What task?
I mustn't say. No offense, kid, but I've worked hard for the privilege, and I don't want to lose it again.
Can you teach me something?
I'm sorry, I've got no time right now. I've got some training to do.
Who around here can teach me something?
Henry and Morgan are leading our raiding troops. They can teach you how to be a better fighter. Henry's people all use two-handed weapons. Morgan prefers the faster one-handed weapons.
Who else?
Beats me, I've never been interested in anything else. But I'm sure that Alligator Jack or Samuel could still show you a trick or two.
There was no big deal.
That's not what I heard.
He really...
New here, are you?
Great. We can use every man.
How are things?
Right now, all's quiet in the camp, so I'm going to relax a little. And if I were you, I'd do the same. Since the bandits are here now, the situation may change faster than we like.
What do you know about the bandits?
You mean besides the fact that they're a deadly menace and outnumber us by far?
Yes?
They're rolling in gold. Well, at least they were rolling in gold. They never paid for their last shipment. But I doubt that it's because those bastards ran out of gold. It's more likely that they've gotten way too big for their boots.
Looky there, a newbie. And the landlubber at that. You're a bit scrawny for a pirate.
Can you teach me something?
Teach you? You bet. I could teach you to become stronger and improve your dexterity. But why would I want to do that?
Because I'll buy you a drink.
Not bad, kiddo. Got it. First try. But don't even bother to bring me some cheap rotgut.
I'll get you some grog.
Are you trying to poison me? I'm not touching that muck. Do you have any idea what's in there? Old Samuel has some good stuff as well. Go get me some of that. Have you ever tried Samuel's special recipe?
No, not yet.
Then have a go at it. It's a must try. Oh, I love this concoction.
Anything new?
Wait a moment. Not as far as I can see. Same old, same old.
What have we here? A fresh face, and not one of those filthy bandits, I hope. I'm Garrett. If there's anything you need, ask me first. I can get you almost anything. Wine, weapons, and other stuff you might need. Except for booze. If it's a decent drink you want, go see Samuel.
Who's Samuel?
He's our moonshiner. He's got his cave on the beach, a little distance from the camp. You can't miss it. Just walk north. You'll be well advised to keep yourself supplied with grog. Some of the boys here aren't very fond of greenhorns at all, if you get my drift. A decent swig of grog can work wonders for you.
That's been known a long time.
Where do you get your supplies?
Skip always brings loads of stuff from Corinus when he visits there. Until recently, he used to sell some of it directly to the bandits. But since we've been at war with the bandits, I'm the one who ends up with all the stuff now.
What do you know about the bandits?
You'd better ask Skip about that. He's been through quite a lot with that bunch. Let me tell you, Greg has given orders to do away with any bandit who shows up near the camp.
That's all just gossip.
You're Captain Greg. What's he like?
He's a tough old bastard, and no doubt about it. And greedy to the bone. He makes Francis, our treasurer, pay out not a penny more than what it takes to prevent a mutiny. And if one of us ever gets his hands on something really valuable, he'll inevitably take it for himself. I once took a compass from a royal frigate. That bastard Greg made me hand it over, of course. Bah. He probably buried it somewhere, just like the rest of his treasures.
It's really not my problem.
Where might Greg have buried that compass?
Greg once told me that Death himself watches over my compass. Then he laughed.
Anything else?
There's a beach at the southern coast. It can only be reached by sea. Greg is said to have been there often. Maybe you'll find something there. I once went there to see what I might find myself, but the area is teeming with monsters. If you really want to give it a try, don't forget to bring a pick.
What can you tell me about Francis?
Greg put him in command while he's gone. But Francis is a total failure as a leader. He can't even get Morgan to stir his lazy ass out of bed. Henry and his boys are the only ones doing anything around here. The others are just enjoying themselves instead of working. I can only hope that Greg will come back soon. He'll give them all a good swift kick in the ass.
No better off myself.
Anything new?
Nothing ever happens anymore since Greg left.
Don't tell me that.
Let's
All
deal.
that matters is strength, so don't tell me that.
Will it ever change?
I'm not telling you anything new.
I never knew that.
Yeah, he really said that.
I agree with you completely.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
That was obvious all along.
What have we here? Crossing the path of old Skip again? I know you.
Nothing amazes me
The
anymore.
bay, near the city, remember?
I agree with
Skip,
you
right?
completely.
I see I made a lasting impression. But I've seen your mug elsewhere in the meantime.
He doesn't see
But
what
of
I see,
course...
That's not what I heard.
Oh well, not a great likeness, but it's certainly
You really
you. Don't let it get to you. My own wanted poster looks just as daft.
What are you doing here?
business.
I've just come back from Corinus, and now I'm waiting for Greg
That
to
was obvious all
return.
along.
I saw Greg and Corinus.
Really? Damn. Something must have gone wrong
I'm telling you
then.
anything new.
He should have been here with our ship some time ago.
Do you really believe
I
that?
suppose I should go back to Corinus and wait for him there. But certainly not today. I only just arrived here.
What can you tell me about the bandits?
The bandits? They're attacking us!
no better off
Why do you
myself.
think we're building this palisade? We brought those scumbags over here ourselves. We used to trade with them. Boy, let me tell you, they've got more gold than they'll ever know what to do with. They were prepared to pay any price for a bottle of rum. But those times are past. It's war now.
What happened?
Those bastards hadn't paid for their last shipment. So, I went there to see what had become of our gold. But when I got to the swamp, the swine attacked me. And that's not all. They killed Angus and Hank,
Nobody will
two of
learn
our
anything
best
from me.
people. Just stay away from that swamp, I tell you.
how to hold a
They'll go
sword.
after anyone who doesn't look as shabby as they do.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
Have you ever met Raven?
Nobody will
Certainly.
learn anything from
When I was with Henry up at the gate, I watched Raven place some of his boys at the tower to the south. Just a stone's throw from our camp. I guess they're supposed to spy on us.
telling you anything new.
I've also seen how he treats his people when they don't do his bidding.
anything new.
He'll make short shrift of anyone who doesn't obey his
amazes
orders
me
to the letter. Mark my words, stay well away from
ever
Raven.
change?
Tell me more about Angus and Hank.
From me.
Angus and Hank were supposed to meet with some bandits in front of the camp. They were carrying all kinds of supplies. Everything those bastards had ordered from us. Forged steel, and lockpicks, and whatnot. But they never came back. The bandit swine must have done away with them. Morgan and Bill went out to look for them, without any success.
Bad business.
Bill was pretty devastated. They were both friends of his. He's still young. These things really get to him.
Hard to believe these days.
The rest of us took it in our stride. The goods we can afford to lose. But the
Nobody will
grog
learn
they were
anything from
carrying. We're talking at least 20 bottles.
change?
Nobody will
Wait a
learn
minute.
anything from me.
I need bandits' armor.
I'm no better
You want to
off
go in
myself.
there? Are you insane? Once those guys find out you're not one of them, you're sausage meat.
Do you have any idea where I could find armor like that?
Well, it
You don't give up easily, do you? All right.
knew that.
We used to have a suit. Greg's probably still got it somewhere, up in his hut. Maybe you can buy it from him when he gets back.
Can you tell me how to get into his hut?
Whoa there! Not so fast. You weren't thinking of ransacking Greg's stuff, were you? When he left, he gave the key to Francis and told him not to let anyone into his hut.
These days.
What can you tell me about Francis?
Francis is our treasurer. The captain trusts him. That's probably why he left him in command. But none of the boys here really take him seriously. If you want to know more, talk to Samuel. He's got his still in the little cave north of here. There isn't a soul in this camp Samuel
Listen to the
doesn't
wrong
know
people.
all kinds of things about.
That's really not my problem.
Can you take me to Corinus?
No way. I'm not leaving now. I'll find myself a decent swig of grog
Telling you anything
first.
new.
Have you got anything to sell?
If you want to trade, go to Garrett. He's in charge of our supplies.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Will it ever change?
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
Hey, how are things going with you?
What's up? Did Henry send you here? Tell him to get his planks as soon as I'm done. If he can't wait that long, he's welcome to saw them himself.
What are all these planks for?
We use them for the palisade, you dimwit. Greg thought it would be a good idea to secure our camp this way. We can save ourselves the work if you ask me. If the bandits are really planning to attack us, this ridiculous palisade isn't going to stop them. We should have never tolerated them in our valley in the first place. If I'd known all this in advance, I'd have stayed in Corunus.
Can I help you saw?
Nah, I can handle this by myself. I joined up here not long ago, and letting others do my work won't get me anywhere if you get my drift.
I'm looking for Angus and Hank.
I have no idea where they are. The bandits must have got them.
You were friends with them, weren't you?
All I know is that they were gonna meet up with the bandits in a cave not far from here. It must be somewhere outside our camp, to the east. I don't know where exactly. I've never been there myself. Maybe you should ask Alligator Jack about this. He's always roaming around outside the camp.
You've been to Corunus?
Yes, I kept myself afloat there, picking pockets and doing a little swindle or two. But whenever fewer ships came in, business got worse and worse. At some point, I got tired of being on the run from the militia for a few crusts of bread. That's when I joined Greg. Now I'm stuck here, sawing all day to build a palisade that's of no use to anyone.
Can you teach me something?
Well, I could show you how to pick other people's pockets unnoticed, but you should be fairly dexterous, or you can just forget it.
What's up?
I'm here to deliver some meat.
I need a sip to wake me up. That's better. So again, what do you want?
I'm here to deliver some meat. From Alligator Jack?
I remember. Right. The meat. Give it here.
What are you doing here?
Greg made me commander of one of the 2 raiding troops. I'm responsible for keeping the camp supplied. Alligator Jack sees to that. I'm also responsible for keeping those beasts you find out here well away from the camp. That's what the boys do. I told him I don't want to see a single beast left around here when Greg comes back.
Do you ever do anything yourself?
Hey, none of that lip. Mine is the most important task of all. I train my people. I make them into the best and most fearless fighters who ever sailed these waters. And it's not like the lads do all that work for nothing. They get a good-sized bag of gold for their efforts.
I want to join your troop.
My troop? My troop is hanging out at the beach. Those boys won't lift a finger until the captain is back. You can count on that. But if you want to show everybody what you're made of, feel free to work on the northern beach. It's full of lurkers and who knows what else. Take them on by yourself, and you'll earn the respect of the people. Welcome to my troop. I'll go lie back down.
What do you think of Francis?
I don't mind him, as long as he leaves me alone.
Isn't he the boss around here?
He thinks he's the boss, but at some point, Greg will return, and then Francis gets to go back to sawing planks.
Can you train me as well?
Sure, I can show you how to fight with one-handed weapons.
About Angus and Hank.
Oh, don't remind me of them. They probably got themselves killed by bandits, and Angus had my ring on him. Well, sure, it was his ring, in a way. He won it from me playing dice, but I would have gotten it back, and now it's gone. If you find my ring, bring it back to me. I'd certainly make it up to you.
Go lie back down.
Ah, great idea.